Is that fair? Is that fair? I've been thinking a lot about the way we live our life in today's world. What we live, what we observe, and what we record, and which we do more of. As world events unfold at an exponential rate, most of us are living our same lives one day at a time. Too late. I think this is a green one, so these are dangerous, but I'm going to show you real quick. Can you see that? It's sleeping. To admit when you're wrong, turn a new leaf, see a new dawn, the time to decide. We're back! So it's been a while, and part of the reason what took me back was I think the last time I posted was July 4th, was that we had one of the many terrorist attacks. We've had so many, I can't keep track. And I've had this thing about who cares about silly little lives that most of us are living, my little adventure, versus what's going on out in the world. And then we've got all this political stuff happening, which is very exciting. But the question really struck me is, what's important? What do I want to focus on? What is life about? And you know, I keep saying that life is about who you are, not what you do, but it's so easy to get distracted into everything that's happening out in the world. But I found myself stuck in this place of living, observing, and recording. How the tiny details of my life, they sometimes feel silly when the big moments of other people's lives are being recorded and observed exponentially. What is the balance for each of us and all of us? I was watching the Republican convention and somebody was out protesting. There were more cameras focused on the protesters than actual protesters. When did that happen? Give me a chance, we can carry on. I made my choice. These drums of your voice, they run through my head. I've come to know that no matter what is happening out in the world, it is what is happening within us that really matters, no matter what. And that's the hard part, because the demand for our attention and observation by the constant recording and sharing of it is immense, which brings me back to a fundamental truth I've learned along the way. More walking and less talking is a good game plan, or less observing and recording and more living. So this is my catch-up video. The footage that you're seeing I've just collected over the last few weeks. It's been like I don't know, a 60-day heat wave. It's been horrible. Today is the first day it's less than 90 degrees at the peak, I hope. I can't turn the computer on because it will explode. It's so hot in here. No, it won't. It'll just burn out. I don't have the luxury of buying new equipment. I have to keep from breaking the equipment that I have. I'm just not a famous vlogger yet that's making millions of dollars. I remember the day, stay in this moment. Good time for 3 breaths. I'm not in the trailer today because it rained really hard yesterday and it's all flooded out there. And instead of less life, because we're observing and recording, we can use both to live more of our life, no matter what is tiny or big for each of us. These last few weeks have been all about just living and almost no recording of it. I just don't have it in me, it seems, to do both at the same time really well. So I have to choose, just like you. So that's the thing that I've really been struggling with. What's of value? And what I walked away with, what I'm walking away with, even though I'm sitting while I'm telling you this, is that we can't stop living our life. We can't stop being alive only observing and recording. We have to live our life. We have to enjoy our life. We have to make our life count. We have to have value in our life every single day. Because if we don't, then we've let terrorists win, we've let politicians win, we've let whatever you want to call it, evil, darkness, the other, whatever, we let that win. You let that win. I let that win. But if I stop being who I can be because I'm afraid of who others are, then they have won. And I don't want to live that way. Which brings me to this vlog and my story, which I only share for the joy of my creating it, and really for the hope you will be inspired to go live more of your adventure without the observing and recording. Because it is the ability to put your full attention into your own life that makes a life. And while the big moments capture our attention, it is the tiny details that create our greatest life. And if we're not paying attention, we'll miss them. And trust me, watching them after the fact is not the same as enjoying them as they happen. I look at stars fill the frame. They say we're lost without aim. That is my takeaway. My takeaway these last few weeks, I've really been thinking a lot about it, is that we need to live more, but observe and record less. That means me too. And with that, I'll see you next time. I look at stars fill the frame. They say we're lost without aim. Today the stars will